York each year called Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, and it is a big deal.
Very big deal.
These designers all use Rowenta irons to get all their runway models to look their very best. This is Diana Irvine. She is our Rowenta, we'll say model and spokesperson and busy mom, and you wear a lot of hats, don't you?
Oh, yeah, a few.
It's not really a limited edition iron, but the fact of the matter is it's only made for Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. It's only available here at QVC, and when they're gone, they are gone. We've got two. We've got a teal and then we also have a purple.
That's right.
We've had over 30,000 people who have bought a German design, German made piece. Rowenta, you're the steam people.
Yeah, this is really a neat opportunity because you're right, it is actually a limited production in that it was made for the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week of 2015 this spring for the designers to use, and then the leftovers got sent here to QVC for the QVC customers.
And it's not like the one that the designers use is like this.
It is this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. So what's neat about this is, first of all, you do see the Mercedes-Benz logo on there. This is 1,800 watts of power. This is actually our Steamium series. It is the most technologically advanced iron that Rowenta makes.
Okay.
The reason for that is a few things. One is the pump system, which I'll show you in a second. The sole plate has 400 micro steam holes, and it's a special sole plate. It's called our 3D. You don't see that. I haven't seen that on any other Rowenta iron yet. But what that does is that traps the steam underneath the sole plate, making it go down into the fabric, cutting your ironing time in half, giving you that professional press with really no effort. The other neat thing about it is that this iron actually puts out 30% more steam than any other Rowenta iron. So you might think, well, what does that mean? Well, if you don't like to iron, you might be able to relate to this. If your iron looks like this, it has a few holes, it leaks, it spits, you work too hard and you dread ironing.
Right.
The difference is, look at the Rowenta iron. A huge sole plate, high gloss, 300 holes, huge bursts of steam, but inside, here's the steam chamber for that typical kind of $20, $30, $40 iron. Here's the steam chamber for our irons. The water is physically pumped onto the Steamium. This is why it's so neat, because it pumps it on and then it converts it to steam instantly, and it's the steam that gets rid of your wrinkles.
Steam is the whole key. It's the secret, and that's what Rowenta does best. Now, by the way, even, quote, cheap irons today in the department stores are $60 or more.
Oh, easily. And they're usually not 1,800 watts, which is the most by U.S. law.
That's a pro iron. This one is priced at under $100. The retail value on this, if it were available, it's not, it's only here at QVC, would be $130. So you're saving money right away. We're giving you an opportunity to pick it up on Easy Pay with payments that are less than $20. There's two types of people in the world, and it's a very clean line of demarcation. Those people who like ironing and those who hate it.
Yes. Well, and the neat thing is, let's face it, you buy clothes, you want to look great, you want to look professional, you need to have an iron. But this isn't just any iron. Because it's 1,800 watts, by the way, German engineering, German design, German made, high quality. This is a luxury brand. You are definitely making an investment, but this is something that should last you a long time. People tell me all the time, I've had mine 5, 10, 15 years. So you've got the board ironing opportunity, which you could then quickly do a collar.
If you hate ironing, it's going to cut your ironing time in half.
But if you don't even own a board and you hate ironing, how about vertically steaming? So for your busy moms, for your busy professionals, just for you, if you don't even own an iron or an ironing board, how about vertically steaming your garments?
5 seconds?
So this can save you money from going to the dry cleaners if you just need to freshen and get the wrinkles out, or it can just be your solution for taking care of your clothes and still looking professional and pressed.
Again, this particular iron was built for the fashion designers that take part in the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week in New York. It happens every year in the spring. It's a big deal. It's where a lot of the big couture designers, many of them, of course, come here to QVC to unveil their spring and summer lines. And that show can generate millions of dollars for a designer. They're going to make sure that everything as it goes on that runway is perfect.
Yes, exactly.
This is the iron they use.
And you don't want to take a chance. And one of the things I love about this is that they take the time at Rowenta to really give you the best in technology, but to make it easy for you to use. This is a little different than other irons because I mentioned the steam system. There's actually a trigger on here. This trigger gives you steam on demand. That's why this is such a neat iron. All you're going to do is set to the fabric right here that you're actually ironing, and then you're going to set this down and pull
by the way,
trigger.
Trust this iron. Its settings, there's a lot of science that went into it. By the way, you just glided that down.
And all I'm doing is gliding over. And
This is what, silk?
This is actually linen.
Linen, okay.
But what you just said is really important, and I'm glad you remembered that because we don't always talk about it. Rowenta actually makes their own thermostat.
Yes. A lot of companies don't. And what we do with the old-fashioned bad irons is, if it had a cotton setting and wool and synthetic, it didn't matter. You just cranked it up as high as you could,
Right.
because that was the only way to get any wrinkles out. Trust the thermostat on Rowenta.
Smart technology.
Different fabrics
Yes.
require different heats. You've got 3 ways of what they call smart shutoff. You use regular water out of your tap. You don't have to use deionized water. You don't have to use distilled water. You use regular water. A good Rowenta iron, and this is top of the line, can easily last you a decade or more.
Yes.
You'll actually spend less money on ironing when you get a better iron than you will when you buy the cheap ones, because you're going to replace the cheap ones over and over and over again.
Well, absolutely. And how much is your time worth, by the way? Wouldn't it be nice to have a reliable tool? I mean, when you go and buy tools for your shop, you don't go out and buy the cheapest tools you can find
I
just
get
to
the
save money.
best tools that I can afford.
And why? Why do you do
Because
that?
they last longer, they give you better quality results.
Exactly, and that's what you want when it comes to an iron. But this isn't just an iron. This is an iron and a steamer. And you could go on QVC.com right now and get a great Rowenta full-size steamer for $130, which is fine. Do that if that's your preference. But how about having a top-notch, high-quality iron that is also a steamer?
Yep.
It's just 2-in-1, which doesn't always happen. But
This
with
is our
Rowenta,
top
you
of the
have
line.
that.
And each and every year, it's our top of the line. And every year they sell out. So far we've had, I think it's 35,000 of these that have been purchased. They are not in the stores. We've got 2 colors that are available. I wanted to double check my number. It was 30,000.
Yep.
That's a lot of irons.
That is a lot of irons.
Rowenta, by the way, it's funny. German engineering, everybody knows German engineering, very precise. They've never been big on colors.
No, you're right. It is fun when you actually get a color.
Well, yes, because their theory is, we make the best irons in the world.
Who cares what the color is?
We don't care what the color is. But because it was for fashion designers, the fashion designers go, folks, a little color, please. So now we've got the teal, now we've got the purple. Either way you go, you're going to have something that's extraordinary, and you're getting the best.
Yes.
It comes down to, again, if you hate ironing, you'll get your job done in half the time. If you like ironing, you'll fall in love with a great piece of equipment.
Yeah,
Thank you.
indeed. It's
always
always
nice
fun to
have
be
you here.
with you. Thank you.
We are busy this morning. Gabrielle, you're going to talk about fashion, but you're going to do it in a category that most people would